Of the bill that people must participate, we have to compulsorily make people to vote. In fact, we have to even add to reprimand those ones that are intentionally absconding from voting. I represent Alabasuga Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I would like to thank the mover of this bill. This is one of the best and unique bill we ever had in this year. Mr. Speaker, in other climate, they have simplified the way of voting, and everybody participated by simplifying it. You can vote from your home, but I will add to tell our electoral commission to also simplify the way we vote so that people will be motivated to participate in that voting. At the same time, Mr. Speaker, I'm of the view that people must participate, we have to compulsorily make people to vote. In fact, we have to even add to reprimand those ones that are intentionally absconding from voting. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gali, for your contribution. Those against you say nay. The ayes have it. This bill is referred to the Committee on Electoral Matters for further legislative action. The second order of the day is commencement of debate.
Edo State. I rise to move that the bill for an act to amend the Northeast Development Commission 2025 and for related matters HB 2320 be read a second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for this opportunity. If you recall, yesterday we had the opportunity to deal with 4 development commissions, essentially expanding the directorates from 4 to 12 to make them all uniform. We dealt with the South-South, the Northeast, the North-Central, the Northwest, the Northwest, South-South, and Southwest. Today we want to deal, and the Southeast. Today we are dealing with the Northeast development to bring it at par and uniform level with the other commissions, basically to expand the directorates. And I think this is good. The Northeast is always functioning. The chairman, my former chairman, a good man, Honorable Zana is here, and I think my colleagues should support it so that we will be at par and at good faith with the development commissions. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Leader. Members, you have heard what the intent of the bill is. It's just the expansion of the directorate to bring all the commissions at par with each other so that we have general application, general act applying to all the commissions. So with this explanation, we go ahead and put the question. Those in support of the second reading of this bill should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable an Act to amend the Northeast Development Commission Act 2025 and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee of the Whole.
Barrister Harrison Anozie Nwadike. I'm a native of Isu clan from Imo State, and I represent the good people of Isu, Njaba, Nkwere, Wangele Federal Constituency. And I rise this afternoon, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, to move that a bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act, Cap A12, Law of the Federation 20.
Honorable Jafar, can you approach the chair, please?
To make provision for establishment of Nigeria Palm Oil Research and Production Technology Institute, Njaba, Imo State 2024, and other related matters, HB 1495, to be read a second time. Honorable colleagues, Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Any seconder? Honorable Amobi.
Thank you, the People's Speaker.
We feel there are justification for this bill. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, it is an honor to lead a debate on the general principles of the bill for an act to amend the Electoral Act 2022 to make it mandatory for all Nigerians of maturity age to vote in all national and state elections and for related matters, sponsored by the Right Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, PhD, GCON, and I am privileged to act on his behalf, embodying the spirit of the Joint Tax Project of the 10th House of Representatives. My respected colleagues, the essence of democracy is participation, and it is very core. Democracy thrives when citizens are actively engaged in the process of selecting their leaders and shaping the direction of governance. Voting is not only the right, but a civic responsibility. And in many democracies across the world, it is treated as such. This bill proposes to introduce mandatory voting for the Nigerians of voting age in general elections, both on the national and the state levels. It seeks to amend the relative provisions of the Electoral Act of 2022 to reflect the obligations while also allowing for limitation and justified exemptions where necessary. As it stands today, the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, is charged with the registration, monitoring, and regulation of political parties in addition to the core constitutional mandate of the organization undertaking the supervision of election. The dual role, Mr. Speaker, has increasingly proven to be source of institutional overload, operational insufficiency, and in some instances, perceived partiality, especially during pre-election periods when INEC is expected to make decisions that affect the status and operations of political parties that are also overseen during elections. This challenge is not merely administrative, it is structural. When a single body tasked with both organizing election and regulating the participation in those elections, questions arise about the independence, neutrality, and operation capacities of this institution. The rationale, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, permit me to highlight the reasons this amendment is both necessary and timely. Low voters turnout. Nigeria has consistently recorded alarming low voters turnout rates in elections. For instance, in the 2023 general election, less than 30% of the registered voters participated. This trend undermines legitimacy of election, governments, and weakened democratic institutions. Strengthening civic engagements. By making voting a legal obligation, we will instill in the citizens a sense of civic duty and shared responsibility in the governance process. For global precedents, several democracies, including Australia, Belgium, and Brazil, for instance, have adopted mandatory voting for the positive outcomes in terms of political participation and public accountability. Combating electoral apathy and inducement. Mandatory voting can significantly reduce the influence of vote buying as more citizens will be participating. Enhancing representation. When more people vote, the outcome of election are more likely to reflect the true will of the people, leading more into exclusive governance. The rationale for this bill rests on the urgent need to revitalize the participation in Nigeria. The persistent trend of low turnout undermines the legitimacy of our electoral process and weakens the foundations of representative governance. By making voting mandatory, we aim to foster a stronger culture of civic responsibility, reduce electoral apathy, and increase the inclusiveness of fairness of our elections.
I think you have said enough, Honorable. Unless if we have comments, at least people are now more educated, more enlightened about the intent of this bill. You can sit down, please.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Any contribution? Let me start with the DS.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name remains Benjamin Okezeka. I represent the people of Nigeria, starting from Ben